Yeah, good evening, all. Um, for those who do not know me or those who are just meeting me for the first time, my name is Charles Ogu, and I live in Romford, South East London of England, United Kingdom, with my family. I'm a software engineer. I'm a business analyst. I'm a developer. I'm a public servant, and I'm a consultant in digital technologies. I have a master's degree from University of Westminster, London, from digital technology enterprise management. And since my graduation as a digital enterprise management consultant, I've worked in so many sectors. I've worked in healthcare. I've worked in telecommunication, both local government, state government, federal government, consulting, banks, everywhere. I've done everything. I've consulted in different areas. And over time, during my consultation, I've defined different gaps. As a business analyst, all I do is helping companies optimize what they do, identifying gaps in their systems and optimizing them. And over the time of this, I find out there's a lot of gap in our system that has been hindering our system of education. I find out that a lot of graduates cannot get job after graduation. And that's when we started designing a solution to solve some of these problems by making sure that we have on-demand career set where graduates can, even while you are studying, you are hopeful of getting a job, or even while you are studying halfway to your graduation, you are already securing a job. And that is when we started with digital technology business school. We started it 4 years ago. We call it then proof of concept. Proof of concept is to see how it's going to work. And after that proof of concept, it works very well. And then we registered it as a business, as Digital Technology Business School here in London. And I started training people here in London. And over time, we decided to extend it to Africa, starting from Nigeria. And since then, we've been teaching both project management, business analysis, optimize project management, not just ordinary project management, but optimize project management and business analysis with work placement. And it has been, touching people's life. From that, a lot of testimony has been coming, and the solution is really working. We are coming up with more optimized boot camps, and in the long run, we're already in process of converting this business school into a full tertiary institution, into a full university, digital technology university here in UK, and that is the roadmap. But the point here is, are we leaving our children behind? The answer is no. We are not going to leave our children behind. So we are going to carry our children along in this digital transformation, because this is what we are doing. We are using digital technology to create employment, create opportunities, create jobs, create companies, because digital technology is where the world is the trend these days. And we want to make sure that as we are trying to embrace this trend that creates job, open door for us, our children should be able to follow up in what we are doing. You say that when you teach a child in a way to grow, when the child grow up, they are not going to depart. That is the main purpose of this. This is the reason why we form Digital Technology Academy called DigiTech Academy. So all this long grammar is to tell you the history of DigiTech Academy. And today, DigiTech Academy is at the foundational stage, but it has received a lot of attention globally. People all over the world are already asking, how do we join? How do I enroll my children? The trust is there. The confidence is there based on most of the people already asking. Are some of the people that have benefited from our digital technology business school. They've seen what impact we've made in their life, and they believe their children can benefit from this. And the purpose here is to make affordable education, make education affordable to everybody, not only to the rich people, but to equally the people from poor, or let me use not people from humble background, like me that come from humble background. So I know a lot of people are coming from humble background. Education, quality education, digital education should be, accessible to everybody, not only to the children of the rich people, but to everybody. And we're trying to make this available globally. So that is what we are doing here. And I want to say, welcome to this new innovation, new concept, new idea. And for the fact that you leave everything you are doing today to be here means that you understand the importance of optimized education that we are trying to bring. Education that can unlock the door. The plan is that when a child is finishing secondary school, that child should already be a cybersecurity expert. The child should always be, will be something like a data analyst, a project manager when finishing secondary school, not even when finishing university, because it's possible. The example of that is that 4 years ago, when we started this, a child enrolled in our project management course. This girl was 17 years, and she's in, I think, first year in the university when she enrolled. And after 4 months of enrolling in our boot camp, she got a job. Yes, the job was paying her $40 an hour from a Japanese company as a project manager at the age of 17. And she's still in the first year in the university. She did this job for a long time and then proceeded to other job. Now she's a developer. She's a full programmer. This time around, the last time I had a chat with her, she's having a session with a group of Indians that she's teaching, and she's not even graduated. She started at the age of 17. And most of our children finish secondary school at the age of 16, 17. So this is possible that a child who is finishing secondary school can become a project manager, a cybersecurity analyst, a data analyst, a graphic designer, a programmer. So what are we wasting our time trying to say that the child must finish university before the child will become a professional. So those days are gone. So we are designing a new curriculum. So that is it. So let's get to the slide we've prepared for this session, and we take every other thing from the slide. And after the notes, we can then have questions to ask, and I will respond to various questions. So the topic is shaping the future of education. And the objectives, number one is introducing DigiTech Academy vision and mission, and discuss the comprehensive course offering for secondary and primary school students, highlight the importance of IT literacy for the generation of learners and leaders in Nigeria and the globe, and then address questions and concerns from the parents. So the agenda here for tonight is the introductory message, which I've given, then the vision and mission of the academy, and course offerings and curriculum, and the importance of IT literacy for our children at a younger age. And then we'll capture any question or any feedback from the parents here. So let's look at our vision. Our vision for DigiTech Academy. DigiTech Academy is a wing of Digital Technology Business School that aims to provide a comprehensive educational foundation with strong emphasis in IT for younger learners. Our goal is to, number one, bridge the educational gap. There is a gap that is already existing. People not being able to get job after graduation is a big gap. If people have refused to recognize that this is a big gap, I have to be the first person to make it open, and I will push for it, and we'll continue to talk about it, because it's a big gap, because it's ravaging our young people. When a young people will give up their life, their soul, their body and mind to pursue a career, pursue a course of study in the hope of coming out and becoming a human being, so many of them will come out more confused than those that they became even more confused than those, because so many of them don't know where to start, and so many of them go into panicking, so many of them go into depression, so many of them go into prostitution, so many of them go into armed robbery, so many of them go into kidnapping, all sorts of things out of depression, hopelessness. And this is out of this big gap. The gap is so wide, and we have to start bridging the gap. The only way we can bridge the gap is by starting from the foundation, because the foundation is very weak. We start from the foundation by offering high quality education in the core subject like mathematics, English, chemistry, physics, biology, and structured IT courses for young learners. 2, nurture future tech leader, inspire young mind to develop passion for technology and prepare them for future career in science, technology, engineering, mathematics field, what we call STEP education. They need to be inspired. They need to be directed at this point if we don't direct them, let me tell you, you cannot control your children at this point over what's going on if there is no strong foundation. You see all of them, they have phone, they have all sorts of devices, they have access to internet, and they visit, they watch whatever they want. They go to different TikTok, this and that. I'm not saying that all those are not good, but the child should be directed on how to consume internet resources. If we don't direct them on how to consume it, they won't consume it negatively. It's all this energy they are pushing in. If you go to social media now, you see that children these days, because they are looking for viewers, they are aggressively looking for people to follow them. All you see is they are go naked, showing their private parts. They don't care, nobody concerned. You might think some of our children are going to do the same. If they are not, so it's all these people are saying they are children of other people. And if you are not, they are not controlled, they are all equally going to follow suit. And that is the reason why we need to, all this energy, at this point, there is excessive energy in their body. They need to, exhibit this energy, and that's what we call useful exuberance. And this useful exuberance in the internet. But they can use this energy to become a cybersecurity expert that is being sought after globally. They can become data scientists that are being sought after globally. Project managers, business analysts, and developers, programmers. That is why we have to start at this point to start nurturing them to become the tech leaders. Mark Zuckerberg started Facebook when he was still in the university at, I think, early stage of his university. So the point is that what made him develop Facebook is not what he learned from Harvard, because he already have the skill before going into Harvard. He's already a developer. He's already a programmer before he went into Harvard. It's not Harvard that made Mark Zuckerberg to start creating Facebook. Bill Gates did not even go to university. He started coding at the earlier age. So, and he found out that there is no need of going to the university because he already found what he's looking for. So why do we have to wait for our children to go to university? Once they go to university, we might not even have control over them to know what they are doing. But at this younger age, we might monitor what they are doing, help them consume what they are supposed to consume from the online resources. Our goal is not only that, but equally to provide affordable and accessible education. This education at this moment, a lot of parents are sending their children to Harvard, sending their children to Oxford, sending their children to Cambridge, rich parents, to get this. But this kind of education is not supposed to be for the children of the rich. Every child deserves affordable education. And that's why we're making it affordable and accessible for all. Only if you call it a priority. If you call it a priority, you can afford it. You and your children should be able to afford it. I know how much we are spending sending our children to private school, but it doesn't still make any difference. They will go to private school, they will still come back and they'll still get no job. We spend millions. I know a lot of people who are training, even in Nigeria, paying their school fees in private school. But at the end of the day, it will not change because it depends on what they are teaching them there. So beautiful building, that your child is in a beautiful building, AC is in the building, they eat a good food, they dress so smartly. That is not what they want. What they really need is what is going inside their brain. Quality, refined education that is within the trend. What is the market is demanding. It doesn't matter if they are in the school where there is missionaries, even if it's missionaries and they are not giving them what the society is required, the kind of education, they will still come out not having jobs or not being able to create jobs for themselves. So that is it, affordable education. For some of you who knows me very well, the project management and business analysis that I teach, only business analysis I teach in the boot camp is £2,000 here in UK. But I crashed it so that everybody can afford it. You can see people can afford it. I gave a promo of 50,000 naira for both of them. And I've seen a lot of people within the class, 2 months, they already started getting jobs. There's some people that have stayed 5 years without job, no hope. The hope is now beginning to come back. So it must be accessible. Accessible is that we have a dedicated course portal that is highly sustainable, where we are going to be administering these courses, so that anywhere you are, you should be able to access this education in real time and be able to consume the content after the courses or the instruction. So that is accessible and affordable. Everybody should be able to afford it. We will make the price to be very, very affordable. Then, what are the course offerings? DigiTech Academy will offer 2 distinct programs: Secondary Academy and Primary Academy. So Secondary Academy will be catering for secondary school students with a focus on core subjects and introductory IT courses. Primary Academy designed for primary school students, covering functional subject and basic IT literacy. And then key features of DigiTech Academy: live online classes, interactive and engaging real-time learning experience, experienced instructors, qualified educators with a passion for teaching and a deep understanding of their subjects. Personalized attention, small class size to ensure individual support and attention. Flexible learning, convenient online format allows students to learn at their own pace. And affordable fees. It's going to be competitive. It's going to be affordable. Sorry. So that is the features. And then we have to give us at least all this saying. I know some of us might be saying, okay, how is this going to be achieved? What is the curriculum? This is our IT curriculum, which we have designed and which we continue to refine, optimize, and make sure that is at the top of the IT trend globally. I know what it means to be globally in IT. I'm a consultant in IT. I've consulted for so many top organizations, you know, both private and public sectors, both in Nigeria, both outside Nigeria. I've done top, so I know what I'm saying about top when IT course is supposed to be in trend or supposed to be on top of the game. So that is what will make our curriculum to be. This curriculum is designed to provide foundational understanding of IT concepts. This is for IT. We have other subjects like English, mathematics, but for the sake of time, we're only going to present for IT curriculum, not for English, but we have dedicated teachers that will be handling other subjects. So everything we are going to be is going to be weaved with IT. IT is the key. So every other thing we are going to do, we follow. So the curriculum is designed to provide foundational understanding of IT concepts and skills tailored to different age brackets and educational level. Each level emphasizes engagement, creativity, practical knowledge, progressing from basic digital literacy to specialized IT skills for professional roles like web design, graphic design, cybersecurity, data analysis, and so on at the senior secondary level. So at the senior secondary level, you should be seeing yourself, the child should be seeing him or herself as either cybersecurity or data analyst, depending on the path the child have passion for. So looking at the junior primary from the age of 5 to 7, this is the curriculum for them. At this age, the goal is to introduce young children to technology in a fun and engaging way. They will learn about basic computer function, safety, and the creative potential of digital tools through games and projects. Key concepts: basic computer literacy, learn how to use mouse, keyboard, touch screen, introduction to web, introduction to software, understand the basics of common software, Paint, WordPad, and so on. Safe use of technology, learn about online safety and responsible device use. Then coding for kids, basic coding concept through block-based platform like Scratch Junior and other applications like that. So this will come in form of level 1 should be introduction to computer and basic digital literacy, and it's going to be term 1 and term 2, the level 1. So the term 1 is going to be introduction to computer and their components, basic computer safety and hygiene, using a mouse and keyboard to navigate the computer, creating and saving simple documents, exploring educational software and game. Term 2, introduction to internet and websites, safe internet browsing and online etiquette, using search engine to find information, simple image editing and drawing using basic software, and creating and sharing digital artwork. At level 2, the child should be learning about digital storytelling and coding fundamentals. Under this level, term 1 is going to be introduction to storytelling and digital media, using storytelling app to create simple stories, adding images, sound, voiceover to stories, sharing stories with classmates and family, and basic coding concept using visual programming language such as Scratch Junior. Then term 2 is going to be creating interactive stories and games using Scratch. Understanding basic coding concepts like sequence, loops, and events, debugging and fixing errors in code, and exploring different coding subjects and challenges. At this stage, they will have sample projects. Sample projects such as my first drawing. Students will create digital drawing using Paint and learn how to save and print their work. At the age of 8 to 10 years. That is going to be senior primary education or students. This is where the IT will start. Students in this age will start exploring more structured digital skills, including typing, creating digital presentation, and an introduction to programming. The focus is on building a solid foundation in computer use and encouraging creative exploration. The key concept here is typing and word processing, introduction to typing using proper finger positioning and word processing software, programming, basic programming using blocks-based programming, Scratch to create more advanced projects, introduction to multimedia, working with audios, videos, and images to create simple digital projects, introduction to the internet, understand how the web works, and practicing internet safety. And then this will be under 2 levels. We have level 1, intermediate digital literacy and coding. Term 1 under this is going to be advanced computer skill like file management, folder organization, using word processing and spreadsheet software, creating presentation with multimedia elements, introduction to coding with Scratch, understanding variables, functions, and conditional statements. Term 2, creating more complex game and animation with Scratch, learning about algorithm and problem solving, exploring different coding languages and their application, introduction to web design using simple tools. And level 2 will be digital creativity and media production. And this will cover in term 1, digital photography and video editing basics, using image editing software like Canva and GIMP, creating digital animation and stop motion videos, understanding copyright and fair use, publishing and sharing digital content. Term 2 is going to be exploring different media, digital media format, audio, video, graphics, creating multimedia projects for storytelling and presentation, and learning about digital citizenship and online safety. And the project at this stage will be creating a digital storybook. Students will write a story, a short story, add image using Google Doc, PowerPoint, and present to the class. And then we come to junior secondary, which is within the age bracket of 11 to 13. At this stage, students dive deep into technical skills such as programming, web design basics, and please, if you are not on mute, mute yourself so that you will not distract the recording here, because some of you here are distracting the presentation. So the basic concept here at this stage, the student will dive deep into technical skills such as programming, web design basics, and multimedia creation. The curriculum introduces them to more advanced tools and encourage creative problem solving. Key concepts: intermediate programming, introduction to Python or other entry-level text programming, basic web design, learning HTML, CSS to create simple web page, digital arts and design, introduction to graphic design, tools like Canva and Adobe Spark, understanding hardware and software, basic knowledge of how computer and the network works. This is into two levels. The first level is programming fundamental and web development. Term 1 under this is going to be advanced coding with Python and JavaScript, object-oriented programming concept, building simple web application and games, understanding database and data management, introduction to HTML and CSS for web design. Term 2 is going to be creating interactive websites with HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. Learning about responsive design and user experience. Exploring different web development framework and tool, and introduction to web hosting and publishing. Level 2 is going to be digital media and animation, with two terms. Term 1, advanced image editing and graphic design techniques, creating digital illustration and concept art using animation software like Blender or Adobe Animate. Understanding 3D modeling and animation basics, exploring different digital art style and genres. Then term 2 is going to be creating animated sequence and short films, learning about motion graphics and visual effects, exploring different digital media career and pathways, and developing a digital portfolio to showcase. And project at this stage is going to be something like building a personal web page. Students will create simple personal web page using HTML, creating graphics, creating short films, showcasing their interests, hobbies, and skill. And then the senior secondary stage, which is going to be between the age bracket of 14 and 16, when the child will be finishing secondary school, is in this stage, the student transition into more specialized IT skill. The curriculum focus on building portfolios and building practical skills that can lead to roles in web design, graphics, design, or other basic IT related jobs. Students will work on real-world projects, preparing them for internships or further education. The key concept here is advanced web design using more complex HTML, CSS, and JavaScript to create interactive website, graphic design, multimedia, working with professional tools like Adobe, Photoshop, Illustrator, and Figma. Introduction to database, learning about database using SQL and building small application. And then career skill in IT, understanding different roles in IT and preparing a portfolio for job application. And this will come under two levels: advanced web development and database management. And term 1 is going to be full stack web development using popular frameworks like Django and React, building complex web application with database, understanding server-side scripting and APIs, learning about website security and optimization, exploring web development methodologies and best practice. Term 2, building e-commerce websites and online stores, creating web-based content management system, learning about cloud computing and web hosting service, developing a professional web development portfolio. And level 2 is digital marketing and entrepreneurship. At this stage, the child should be able to introduction to digital marketing and online advertisement, understanding SEO, search engine optimization, social media marketing, and content marketing, creating digital marketing campaign and strategies, learning about online analytics and management, exploring digital marketing tools and platforms. Term 2, developing digital marketing plan for business, launching and managing an online business, understanding digital entrepreneurship and innovation, exploring different digital marketing career paths, and IT career paths. Overview of various IT roles like web developer, graphic design, data analysis, and so on and so forth. And then building a digital portfolio with GitHub and other tools, and writing a resume, preparing for job interviews. And practical, like project at this stage is going to be creating a full stack website, such as online store, website with portfolio. Students will create a website that showcases their skills and projects, including blogs, about page, and portfolio of their work. Assessment is going to be under this way: junior, primary, and secondary. The focus is on project-based assessment, observing and creativity engagement. Junior, secondary, we combine is a combination of quizzes on coding and design principle and project submission. And then the senior secondary is going to be real-world project, where students create portfolio and work towards completing functional website, digital artwork, or basic software application. And extra curriculum will be, child will be joining some of these, like coding club, weekly club where students can work on coding challenges, tech showcase, students present their project at the end of the term in a public forum, competition encouraging participation in local or national coding and design competition. And the outcome is going to be, by the end of the program, students will be well versed in IT skill, progressing from basic computer literacy to a specialized skill in web design, graphics, and programming. So this is the way our curriculum in IT is going to be, seeing the progression from primary tender age. We try to cover every age. You progress, sequentially, gradually, without, struggling to become a tech professional. And that is what we plan. And this curriculum is subject to refining to make sure that it's on top of the game. And so that is what we have here for our IT class. We have other classes like mathematics and the rest of them. So, but we won't be able to share every curriculum here. But the way our IT curriculum is standing out, that is how every other subject is going to stand out. We want a situation whereby, yes, somebody like me, while in secondary school, we devoted a lot of energy. We saw the kind of energy we put into even mathematics. I'm not saying mathematics and further maths. We learned further maths to, a great extent. And we never use such, skills for anything. We just learned further maths, calculus, all these statistics heavily, but we didn't get to. So we want a situation whereby these are investments. Any time you put into something is investment. As children are investing their soul in a subject like further maths they never use, let them invest such skill in IT skill that they can use. They can start immediately convert it into, even create opportunity, create business for themselves, get a job. For those who cannot, everybody must not be an entrepreneur. They can easily get a job. So that is what we plan for our children under DigiTech Academy in our IT curriculum. So that is it. Well, that's what we have for tonight in our curriculum and vision and other things we presented. And I want to say thank you for your time listening. And if you have any question at this point, we are ready to engage you and answer some of the questions you might have. We have Fabian Ubechi. Hello, Fabian. We can't hear you well. Okay. Fabian has. Okay. Any other person got any other question based on? We cannot favor Felix.
Okay, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Okay, what's the fee for the training?
Yeah, the fee is going to be, we're going to be publishing the fee. We're still trying to gather all the feedbacks that will help us to put a fee. But like we said, we try to make our courses to be very affordable. So, but we're going to publish the fee, going to be coming, but it's going to be affordable. We look at what is in the market, the fees in the market, both globally and locally, and come to a consensus. We'll have to put a lot of things into factors. That's why we're not rushing at publishing a fee, because we want to look at various so many factors before we put a fee. But it's going to be published as soon as possible.
Okay, thank you. I got that. Also, what's the duration of the program?
Like you see, we work in situation that we follow the terms. You know, as children are in terms in school, we follow the. So you see, the sequence of every activity is a progression. At every class, we will have activity for a child, so that we cannot just come and have a child, push a child into high level programming because we want the child to become a high flyer developer. They might not carry it, and the interest will be lost. They will lose the interest. So it's going to be, you see the way we have all these are going to be, when within a term is going to be 3 months. Just the 3 months we have in our regular curriculum. That is what we call a term. Within that term, we engage a child within their level. So they will be progressing gradually till they get to final destination when they'll be leaving. By the time they are leaving, we'll make sure that by then the person is already either a programmer, they must have developed their first application, or things like that. But if we just say, okay, this is a boot camp for children within so months, we are not going to do that. It's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy for them. So we have a systematic program we plan for them to grow in IT from tender age. But for those who are already like in secondary school, who really want to benefit from this, then we'll look at where we can come in and test them. We are going to be looking at how they are going to come in and see if they can carry it. For instance, some children who are already in secondary school who have never done anything in IT, you know, they are going to struggle when we start introducing some of these at their level now. They might not be able to carry it. But like I said, we are going to continue to refine our system. We're going to be testing a lot of things, you know, and see how it's coming out. So is a flex. We are going to. It's not structured in such a way that it's so rigid. We're going to be. It's going to be flexible. We'll be testing the system, seeing the students' strengths, and trying to readjust at various levels.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. I am Mary Vincent.
Thank you, Mr. Charles. Good evening.
Yeah, thank you.
In fact, I'm overwhelmed with what I'm seeing. I just hope that I can go back to wind the hands of clock so that I can start like this. But well, my children will benefit it. My question is, I noticed in the junior category, the course outline is different from the senior secondary school category. I don't know how, like my son now, he's already doing, he's in SS1, he's already doing 2D and 3D animation, which is not in the secondary school category. So does it mean that those that did not graduate from the junior category cannot learn what the junior is already doing in the senior?
Like I said, so many of us that are already in the secondary school, we are going to evaluate them. For those who can carry it, they can jump in at the secondary level and continue with those curriculum, you know. But the why we have from the scratch is that when they start progressing from the junior class, primary school to secondary, by the time the person is already in secondary school, he's not going to be scared of IT. He will be very eager to be progressing to the next level, you know. So it's becoming a sequential that they already are happy progressing. But if we just say a child who doesn't know anything in IT, start programming, start all this HTML, JavaScript, Python at a higher level, some of them are going to struggle. Some of them are going to, it's not going to be easy. But they have been learning it from the, you know, from the junior class, and there is a progression. You see that all of them, like there is a hook. It's like there is a button connection, and they are progressing. There is connection as they grow up. So by the time they get to any level, they won't feel challenged at any level they are. But for those who didn't have at all, I know some are going to struggle, because those who are going to struggle are maybe those in secondary school who never have any skill in IT, and their parents will want them to benefit. They are going to struggle a bit, but we'll try as much as we can to support them. So,
okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Secondly, I don't know if the course in the junior secondary school now, if he's so much interested in some of them in the junior secondary school, can he join for that particular one?
Yes, if they feel they cannot start from the higher level, they can come back from the beginning. Like, for instance, when I enrolled my children in swimming lesson, they didn't start with their age, so they have to go down to the basics so that they won't get drowned. So they started from the basic, but due to the fact that some of them are way older than the people within, the swimming instructor gave them specialized attention and progress them, and they progress faster than other children so they can meet up where their age range is supposed to be. So in such a situation, maybe some people at that, people at bigger age, starting from the scratch, they can be given accelerated growth to move to where they are supposed to be. So like I said, it's going to be flexible. We are going to be putting a lot of things into because it's starting, and I know a lot of parents will be excited for their children, but we wouldn't want a situation where there will be a break, because every sequence is connecting you to something that will lead you to another thing. If some of you that in my program project management class, you know what sequence means, progressing in your program. This is a project. If you jump a stage, there will be a bit of gap, you will struggle. So, but if there is a way we can do accelerated progression for people at elder age, we will do that. So it's something, as we're having circumstances, we are going to be mitigating it, resolving it. We are going to be having personalized situation as well. So we'll try as much as we can to capture everything. It's not going to be easy based on the fact that it's something that we are just starting, but we'll see how it's going to be. So, I think, Favor, I think I've addressed your question, or you still have any other question?
Yes, sir, I have a question.
So I see somebody, please, if you want to ask a question, don't just send the right text, because we are here for interaction. You have the floor to speak out whatever you want to talk. Let us hear you. We want to hear you. Like somebody who is typing, is there going to be a discount? We already say that, okay, the house is noisy. We already say that there is going to be accessible, with our cost accessible. Let me give you instance. In the project management class, I give a promo, which is 50,000, is a promo price. Some people will then come again and tell me, give me discounts. I already given you a discount. This is a cost I told you that, and I'm not telling you, I gave you evidence. You have the internet to search how much this is being, you already see that, and you are still coming to ask for a discount. So some of all these things requires, it's not only one, it's not chance that is going to be teaching everything. But we have teachers, teachers cannot teach English, teachers cannot teach mathematics, teachers cannot teach. But we are going to use this to make sure that it's accessible and affordable. I've already said that. I don't know which other discount is more than me saying that it's going to be affordable. And you already see what I'm doing already. That will show you that I'm not playing. And I don't talk too much, but when I say something, you better take it seriously. So, Favor, you still say you have something to say?
Yes, sir. I know you stopped.
Okay.
At the age of 16 for those preparing to enter the university. But we also have some children who are above 16, let's say 2021, probably waiting for JAM before they enter university. are they still eligible to join?
Yeah, if they want to join at that level, yes. But once we are out above 18, like from 17, we expect you to join business school. Are you getting my point?
Yes, sir.
You know, we already have business school. So business school is for people that have just finished secondary school, undergraduates and postgraduate. Like so many of us who are graduates already, like I told you, what I'm doing with you here is what we call damage control, because we shouldn't be doing this at this time. We should have done this long ago. Are you getting my point?
Yes.
Yeah. So thank you guys.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you all everybody for your attention, for those who engage all the questions, and is we just get started. So if you have more questions, we have our platform. We're open for engagement. We're open for feedback. So the purpose of this town hall meeting is to let you people know everything we have, open up ourselves to see what we have, and then capture feedback. This feedback is very, very important to us. It will help us to serve you people better. It will help us to understand your children, the strengths, their level, and that will help us to develop a personalized solution that will meet their need. So when we're having a town hall meeting like this, it's very important that you come out and join. More especially, don't just we'll be having over time. We believe in this is what we call those who are in project management, agile in nature. We engage the customer, the client, the stakeholders. We try to understand their need, their problems, so that we can serve them better. And this is what we are doing. So it's going to be a continuous process, and for over time, like today, I presented a curriculum on IT. Maybe next time we'll have a teacher to present a curriculum on mathematics, or a teacher will come and present a curriculum on grammar, or a curriculum on physics, chemistry, all these key sciences. We are going to be doing that, but to talk us through about it, so we'll ask questions. But very soon, some of this curriculum we are going to be live in our course portal. For some of you who do not know our course portal, we have a course portal. Let me briefly share our course portal before we go. This is our course portal. I will share it just briefly so that everything, so that you can access it. Any is accessible anywhere you are. Some of us that are already using our course portal, we know that our course portal is so this is our course portal. So can see our course portal. Very soon we'll start you can see introduction to computer, IT term 1, such. So we'll start creating all these courses and curriculum. So here we have course bundle. At times we might be creating course bundle to make the price cheaper, where we are going to have an IT with other subjects like English and mathematics as together, where we can learn it together, and this might crash the prices for us, make it more affordable. Or if you are looking for a personalized, maybe one-on-one, where children, this is going to be mainly for classroom. Children that are going to be in classroom, we'll try to make it as possible, so that the class will not be crowded, so that the children will get quality tutorial. So this is, for instance, these classes are still on demo basis. So in a class like this, we'll try to make it that it's going to be, you know, not crowded, so that children will not, a teacher will be able to engage the children and know them by their names and their strengths. But if you do not want your child to be in a group class, you can from here find a tutor. Here we'll have a tutors available to engage your child in one-on-one, where you can come here and search for tutor. Like you see here, if you click on here, you see available. You see here, you have availability, where you see availability Monday to Friday, and teachers that are available, like you see here, DigiTech Academy and grammar class. So these are where you can, so we have provision for one-on-one. If you want your child to one-on-one, good, but that, you know, that might be costlier. So we're trying to make everything available at your own, you know, capacity. Everybody must. If you do not benefit, you don't have any excuse why you are not going to benefit. So because we'll try as much as we can to create it in such a way that everybody should be able to be part of it. Is a disruption. We are disrupting the system, and we are not playing about it. You know, is we've seen what digital technology have turned America into. America, employment in America is uncountable. And this employment, it's not the government of America that is creating all this employment. They are small boys. Small boys. They are, most of the richest people in America, they are within their 30s, 30, 35. All these big boys, big technologies, you are hearing their name. They are small boys. You know, Coinbase, Facebook, all these, they are small boys. And our children are very smart people. I've engaged them. They are smart. You know, God has blessed us with that smart mind, but we are not getting the best out of it. But it's a project I've taken upon myself with my team, and anybody who wants to join this, is going to be disruption. We are disrupting this old system that is wasting our children. I'm not hiding my mouth when I'm saying it. I say it openly. They've been wasting our children's time in the universities, not teaching them outdated curriculum. And that is like administering bad medication to them. And this have to stop. Being honest about it. I only do what I can do, and I cannot do all. At least I'm speaking out, so I know what I'm talking about when it means outdated solution. You know, we can do better. These are some of the things I can do in my lifetime, and that's it. I'm not making all these things just for the money, but to make an impact, for the upcoming generation. So thank you everyone who joined. I know you should be chilling, but the future of your children is equally very important. Thank you. All right. I wish we all are happy, no more contribution, and now we're ending the session. So thank you, and we are going to be making available this recorded version, so that people who couldn't join for one reason or the other will equally benefit from this session. Thank you, and see you soon.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
Good
sir.
night, sir. Thank
Thank
you
you,
so
sir.
much.
Good night.
Thank you, sir.